Wahoo! What's up, people? I changed locations today because I really felt like it. I also can't explain it, but somehow, I feel like it sounds just so stupid when I say it, but like when I was meditating this morning, I had a visual of me being here this time doing the live stream instead of being up in my room. And so I do my best to kind of stick to those nudges because I feel like you get them for a reason when I feel like it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm just going to do what I normally do. But I feel like the fact that I had that urge in meditation means that I should do it. Please hold while I put on copyright music. Hello, people. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Hang on, let me set the vibes. Copyright free lo-fi music. Okay, this chick looks like a vibe.
Let's get to work, man.
Sorry, it's a little loud. I have a speaker today. Look how sick this chick looks. That's a vibe, though. Oops. Sorry. How's everyone doing today? Happy Saturday. Usually there's people from all over the world, so I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's morning. Don't know if it's morning, evening, night. Sometimes people pop in in the middle of the night. Also, you guys, I have an iced matcha today. That means spring is here. This is the first time I've made it iced since fall. It's a big day. Big day, big day. I just didn't want a hot drink, but I wanted matcha. Hey, Leah. 5 p.m. here. Where do you live? Let us just know. That's my favorite thing. Is knowing where everyone is from. 12 a.m. for midnight in Singapore. That's insane. Germany. Wow. Thank you guys for showing up. I mean, I guess it's good because it's kind of what else are you doing at midnight, I guess? But you should be sleeping. But happy to have you join us. That's crazy. I won't tell anyone, don't worry. You could have a potty in your room. Look how luscious this bowl of Fruit looks. I have apples, blues, raspberries. Raspberries have me in a chokehold these days, you guys. And those True Fruit chocolate-covered frozen raspberries, get them away from me. They're so good. I have the big bag. I eat those all damn day long, y'all. All throughout the day. Hey, Claire. Thank you guys for coming. Bailey, my girl, hello. Hi, Liv. I just started a new workout program 4 weeks ago, and I can feel myself getting stronger. Woohoo! I love feeling my quads. Honestly, that's my least favorite thing is when my quads are sore. Still looking to you as inspiration, of course. Bailey, that makes me so happy. I'm stoked for you. That's so exciting. Is this your first workout program you started? I love that you're still channeling Livfiit, all the power to ya, but I love that you're feeling good. Hello, Liz. Is your name Alyssa? Full name? Thanks for making it. Thanks for being here. Big True Fruit stand. Yeah, aren't we all, dogs? If you haven't tried it yet, try it. And I kind of want to do now a taste test of all of them because there's blueberries. I love coconut, but for some reason I don't know if I'm going to like the chocolate-covered coconut one just because it's just, I don't know what the texture is going to be like. I should do a taste test of that because that's going to be interesting. The blueberry, banana, coconut. I don't know what else. Hi, Blue Blood, Sarah. Literally watching your vids gets me through cardio every time. I love that. Okay, full name is Alyssa. Love it. Hi, Alina. Hi from Texas. I love it. Happy Saturday, peeps. For some people, it's literally midnight, already Sunday. Wait, question. Is it midnight? That means it's Sunday for you in Singapore? Or is it early Saturday morning? I'm assuming it's the next day. Let me know. Erica, hello, I recognize your name. You're coming on the retreat. Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming in. Hey, from North Carolina, hello, hello. Talon, I love, everyone's names are so cool. I just love it. Not my first workout program. I did one in summer, but then my life low-key exploded, so I had to figure out some things, but now we're back in full force. Feel good to be back. I kind of feel like I'm picking up what you're putting down. I feel like we had a private message at some point. I'm not going to say that on live, but I think I feel you. But that's good. I'm glad you're getting back into the swing of things. Hell yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like I was so like off caliber the past like month, and we're getting back to it. Hello from Phoenix, AZ. Hello, hello. I was just there. 2 weeks ago now, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I really liked it. It's Saturday night here in Istanbul. Okay, yeah, so it's ahead. I cannot wait. Dude, me neither. I'm kind of like nervous. I'm like, Erica saying she can't wait for the Costa Rica retreat. I like have no, not that I don't know what to expect. I just am like, it's going to be so surreal. And my brother also has a YouTube channel. And so he did he primarily does like ski videos in the winter. And so he did a meetup with all of his like subscribers, and they went skiing together, and I went, and I was like, y'all, like, I thought it was the cutest thing ever. Like the whole time I was like just peeking like behind my brother like shoulder, like, oh my God, this is so cute. And it just made me, I was like, I'm able to do this with my people. Like, I'm going to love it. Like, I loved it so much, and I can't imagine, it was hard for me to fathom being able to do that with like my own people. I was like, this is going to be so lit. I'm so freaking excited. And I still haven't got my ticket, but I need to figure out when I'm going, because I want to go early. Like, I'm going to go like a month or two early and like just be there in Costa Rica, I think. But the problem, you guys, also, this is a tea I need to fill you in on, not tea, but like I need to vent for a second. So going to Costa Rica because of my retreats. However, I was thinking of going in the beginning of May and just staying all of May, all of June. However, it's really important to me to have like some sort of gym, obviously, to like be able to still do my work. And yeah, and it's not like that important to me to have like a fully equipped gym, I guess. Like, and I kind of like being forced to be creative and like maybe just do more body weight stuff and like not need to be so much like weight focused 24/7. But there was like little I was looking in Santa Teresa to stay for my 2 months or like my 6 weeks. And there's like, I personally couldn't find like a fully equipped gym. Like they were all in San Jose, and I want to be obviously like coastal because I like that like beachy vibe. Like I'm trying to kind of replicate my experience in Hawaii a little bit kind of ish in its own way. But I just mean that in the sense like I want to have like a beachy vibe, really. So I don't really want to be like inland, I guess, but that's like where, like I said, San Jose is like where there's like really cool, good gyms there. But I'm like, and it's like far away because it's like a whole ass country. So I'm like, it's like hours. Like, and if I'm in Santa Teresa, I need to like freaking cross like on a ferry to like get back. It's like the whole thing. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. / if I still should have sent it to Santa Teresa, but just stay for less amount of time, like be there for like 2 to 4 weeks instead of like 4 to 6 weeks. But I also don't want it to feel like I'm just traveling for like a month again and then feel like super like orientated, you know what I mean? Like I want to be able to set up somewhere and like feel like I have like a routine and like I'm living there because that's where I really do the best. Do you know what I'm saying, you guys? I don't know what to do. Hi, Molly. Hi, Nancy. I cannot wait for the US retreat to be released. I want to come. Dude, I just had a meeting about the US retreat yesterday. And I was so set on this one venue, and that's what we were looking for. We were trying to run through the budget. And since this US retreat is going to be, I feel like I'm yelling. Sorry, I'm excited. But this US retreat is shorter, obviously. And it's only going to be like Thursday to Sunday. You get in Thursday, you would leave Sunday morning. So it's obviously a short amount of time. And so I really want this one to be just way more affordable and accessible, just in the sense that it's easier to travel to and it's cheaper. So I'm just trying, I have like a budget that I'm really trying to stick to make the tickets more reasonable. So that's kind of why this is taking a while, because we're like kind of trying to shuffle the cards around to figure out like the best way to do this and to break it down, I guess, if you will. And so in my meeting yesterday, we decided that the venue that I was kind of really set on was just kind of going to be too expensive right now. So we have another really pretty venue that's allowing us to still go to that other place for like day trips, which I think is going to be really fun. So I'm really excited for the US one because it's going to be a totally different feel. which I kind of also want to run through all the differences of my retreats because I feel like they're kind of confusing. And I feel like when I launched my Spain retreat, so many people are confused. Like they're like, is Costa Rica not happening? Like, does this mean that the US one is not getting planned? Like all these are happening. And so I want to run you guys through them so you're up to speed. Whenever you talk about how hard winters for you in Utah videos, I just think about how you should just move to Arizona. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie. That's something in my teeth. I got it. Yeah, I feel like such a broken record when I complain about it, but also it's like, I also know how blessed I am to be here, and I'm so privileged to be able to be here and like be saving up money. And like, to be fully honest, that's a really huge reason why I'm like still here, because it just like makes sense. Like, it's not like, it's just the winters are hard specifically because I have a lot of family coming in and out. So it's really hard to do what I do when I'm working at home when there's so many people in the house all the time. But like the summers are like so much better, and I could feel like I can still find like a workflow. But I feel like, yeah, like a broken record when I'm always like, winter is so hard. But I really, truly do have seasonal depression. Like my mom and my sisters are the same way. Like winters are hard for me. Like I'm a sun baby. Eventually I'm moving though. I feel like we're going to be soul sisters. Me too. I'm so excited, you guys. We're going to meet a bunch of friends of like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like if we don't come out with new friendships, I just won't believe it. Didn't get a notification, but luckily I remembered the time. Oh, good job. I'm happy you're here. Corey, hello. Hey, love you, Liv. Your energy inspires me. Thank you, Corey. I always see your comments. I appreciate your love. Also, this goes for, yeah, like everyone in my meditation today when I was thinking of gratitude at the end, I said a thank you to every single person who interacts with my content. And so I just want to actually vocalize that to you guys. Like it helps me so much when you guys actually interact with my content in any which way, whether it's a view, a like, a comment, subscribing, following, like truly does so much for me. So thank you. Booty bands and ankle weights it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, should I just kind of go and like be in my Pilates era? And like, I know yoga is like huge in Costa Rica. Like all like the TikTok vlogger people that are in Costa Rica that I follow are like going to yoga. So I'm like, is this when like the uni's just going to force me to like finally get into stretching, you know? That makes sense. I do not do well with that routine. That's what I feel like. Like I love traveling. Like this past month was a perfect example. Like in my most recent YouTube video, how I said that I felt like I was like overwhelmed this past like week or so. And it really was because like I had like a month of like all out of routine. Like I love to travel. I really do. And like it was more so because I had 2 trips kind of really back to back. But I just do so much better when I'm able to stay in like some sense of like a routine flow. That's why I loved what I did in Hawaii so much, because I still was traveling. I was adventuring every day, but I was able to have a routine. Like I was able to go to the gym. I could still like work because I love what I do. Like it's no secret. Like I don't like when I'm not working. And I think that's also why I kind of had a little like meltdown. I feel like this lighting is weird. I don't really know what to say. Well, I felt again overwhelmed this past like week or so because I felt like I was falling behind in work. I wasn't working as much as I normally do. And like when I'm not in this like this is a self-expression for me, and my cup gets filled up when I'm helping you guys. So it's like I don't like when I don't have like that flow to be able to do that. So that's what I feel like. Yes, live streams are back. Yeah, dude. Sorry it took me a long time. I feel like at the beginning of the year, I was like, we're live streaming bi-weekly, like twice a month. We're not going to skip it. But I'm telling you, February took me for a loop because of my 10 days, whatever, traveling. People were here. Stepmoms, kids were here with their baby. It was a lot, dogs. I'm kind of being dramatic, but like, I'm going to sign up for that U.S. retreat so fast. Yay, I hope you do. Okay, so also for the U.S. retreat, sorry, I feel like I didn't want to watch these before I go on to like a whole rant. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Hi, Anastasia. Hi, Chinny Chin Chin. Nails and polish. Oh, thank you. Dude. Claire said rings and nail polish, such a vibe. This nail polish is still from before I went to Hawaii, and it's so grown out. It's literally in the middle of my nail now. This was my first time getting gel. I didn't know it literally doesn't come off. Like, I tried it with regular nail polish remover, which I know now I have to get 100% acetone. But this shit was not budging. Like, and I loved it, but like this makes it so much more worth it. Like I got this literally 6 weeks ago and I paid for it like once and now look at it. Anyway, I've gotten so many compliments on this nail color. It's insane. Anyway. Wait, I'm gonna read these first and then go on my quick rant. Okay, US retreat, what I was gonna say before I got scatterbrained is that I'm talking so much, it's taking me so long to finish this bowl of fruit. US retreat, there's only gonna be about 14 seats, which is, I'm just declaring this now to all my live stream people because y'all are probably the ones that are like most invested in a sense. So there's 14 spots, whereas opposed to like my Costa Rica retreats, the maximum amount of people we could take was 20. And my Spain retreat, the most we can take is 24. So this is going to be the smallest group. Just so you know that you're going to want to jump. There's just less seats. So you're going to want to jump on the opportunity when they're available. And I will give you a very big notice of when they're coming. Again, we're about like halfway through the planning process right now. We need to finalize the budget, get that in place, and then officially like book with the venue. And then we have to build out kind of the website page. But we're looking at like definitely probably within the next month. The tickets will be live. I watch you from Puerto Rico. Hello. My friend was living in Puerto Rico. Hi, Carla. Love you every time you preach. I'm like, yes. Sag Moon twin. Hell yeah. I love it. Dude, it's kind of crazy how like your moon sign almost like means more almost in a way than your sun sign. I feel like your rising and moon sign says quite a bit more than your sun sign. Find some cool yoga people to keep up with in Costa Rica. That would be a cool series. Trying different yoga in Costa Rica, like TikTok series, maybe. IDK. Thanks, Bailey. Bailey, I'm so happy you're here. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like so connected to you, but like we obviously don't know each other in real life. But yeah, that'd be a cool thing to do. That's what I'm saying. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking of a lot of different things. And some of the things I like need to let go. I'm like in that egoic, anxious mind that like doesn't matter. But I just kind of do feel some sense of pressure to keep like, I don't know. Like I think with this, my brand and my social media presence, like I definitely feel like I've created this space to have me like flow into other forms of movement and stuff. Like I just feel weird without having like the option to like lift heavy weights. Like, and for 2 months, I'm like, that's a long time. And then just to feel like, I don't know. And I want to really feel my best when I'm going into these retreats. Like, I don't want it to feel like I'm like, oh my God, like going stumbling in. Like, I just got off traveling for 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to make sure I want to step into an environment that's really going to help me prosper and feel grounded and like be my best self so I can come into that retreat very grounded, you know? Not to say that I don't think that lifestyle in Costa Rica will do that. Like it very much so can. I think just right now I'm feeling a little bit uneasy because it's going to be a big change, but that's not to say that it can't still be very self-serving for me. Anastasia, don't worry about being late, dog. Pop in, pop out whenever you please. I hope you are still doing retreats a few years from now because they aren't in my budget right now, but I'm enjoying that others get to go while I work my way towards being able to go on one. That was so sweet. And know that your time is definitely going to come whenever, like, everything is divine timing. So it's going to work out when it's meant to work out for you, and we will cross paths when we're meant to cross paths. But thank you for your little well wishes. That was sweet of you to say. I don't plan on stopping these anytime soon. So, Megan, hello. Megan Wilkins. Yeah, I'm glad I could catch the stream before work. I got my snack and I'm ready to chat and chill for a bit before I gotta go. Hell yeah. Where do you work? Well, where? Like, what do you do for work? I usually not. Hey, Maddie. Happy Saturday. Appreciate the freaking rainbow. I love it. Just curious, how do you make your oatmeal? It looks so good. Dude. That immediately made me think of how I put rainbow sprinkles in my oatmeal. It's so good. Making oatmeal is the easiest thing. I basically put my oatmeal, put my cinnamon in it, fill it up with water, literally just from the faucet, till all the oats are covered. Give it a little stir. Mix that cinnamon around. Pop it in the microwave. 1 minute. or 1 minute to a minute and a half. Also, don't stress about the water because sometimes if you do too much water and you take it out after the minute, it will be really soupy. I personally don't like that consistency, so I'll put it back in for another 30 seconds. Sometimes I don't put enough water, and after the minute, it's like super dry, so I'll just put more water in it and stir it, and then it's fine. And then I just put dark chocolate chips, peanut butter, some sort of fruit, a berry usually. Did I already say nut butter? Yeah. And then flax seeds. And that's it. And sometimes rainbow sprinkles when I want a rainbow in my morning. 100% acetone and do the foil method and get a metal cuticle scraper to gently scrape them off. Okay. Actually, I really appreciate that. 100% acetone and do the foil method and get a metal cuticle scraper. Yeah, I heard to also like soak it. Like my stepmom said, she just like soaks it in there for like 10 minutes and then scrapes it off. I just understand why people get in the nail. I remember that video when I was talking shit. I was like, I don't want to go sit in there to get my nails done, blah, blah, blah. Like this, I'm not this type of person. It takes too long. But now I get why people get in the rat race of getting their nails done. Because now it's like, oh, like I just should go and have them redo it. You know what I mean? I was like, I get it now. The color is definitely giving Livfiit blue. It really is. Wow. Wow. Guys, I forgot about my matcha. So glad I could sign on while at work. I've missed the past few. Yay, thanks for coming, Victoria. Hi, Ashley. Is there somewhere where we can sign up to get email notifications or something for when the US retreat is open? That's such a good idea. I have that for my retreats with Trova Trip. I'm literally going to write that down. You're amazing. Thank you for saying that. Because I will definitely do that for those who are interested. Like, I can create, like, a wait list. Because the answer is no, there's not that at the moment. There is that for my Costa Rica retreat and my Spain retreat. Okay. Hey, Allie. Hello. I'm late to join, but have you mentioned update on the US retreat? Yes, we're just talking about it. Also, no worries about being late. Guys, this is first of all, I'm a late person. Second of all, there's no, like, I don't mean, like, come at 10 a.m. or you're banned. Like, y'all can come whenever. Yeah, so the update on the USA retreat, I just had a meeting yesterday. And basically, we're still working on the venue. I was really set on another venue, but it just was too out of our price point. I'm really trying to make this one more affordable and just more accessible. That's like my whole intention with this USA retreat, having it be easy to travel to and be more affordable. So we're looking at about like a month probably out until the tickets are actually live, because we're like halfway through. We just need to finalize the budget, actually officially book the venue, and then build out the website page, and then we should be good to go. So it's probably going to be about like a month till it goes live. And there's only going to be 14 seats on this retreat. So just keep that in mind. This is a little bit smaller of a group than my other ones. I work 2 jobs right now, so I'm on that grind. Damn, Megan, get it, girl. I work in a bakery 2 to 8. Wow. That has to be a fun job. And then convenience store 8 to 12. Got to save that US retreat. Megan, get out of here with that wink. Well, damn. I appreciate the grind. Good for you. You're working hard. Bakery would be hard, though. I feel like I would eat everything. Literally, the rainbow sprinkles is mandatory now. Makes me 10 times happier. Thanks, dog. You're welcome, dog. Rainbow sprinkles are just, they're happiness. But what I tell myself, that was a sour blueberry. What I tell myself when I'm like trying to like not put in rainbow sprinkles, I say that seeds are nature's rainbow sprinkles. So chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, they're nature's rainbow sprinkles. Okay, foil method means you soak the acetone in cotton, cover with foil on each nail. Oh, I needed that clarification. Or you can just soak them too. All right, I need to go get acetone, to be honest. I work in marketing and make email campaigns, so it was my first thought about retreat. Okay. Well, you're a very smart gal. That made a lot of sense, and I should definitely do that. I'm a registered nurse. Dang, good for you. Yes, I eat so many cookies. It's insane. I can't resist a sugar cookie when it's right there in front of me. At least once a day, I'm taking something home. Easily. That has to be a fun, like, atmosphere, though. And major respect for being a registered nurse. Seriously. I have so much respect for that job. My mom's an RN, and I literally could never. So, thank you for your service, literally. Love all these powerful career women in this chat. Same here, dog. I love this community. Donuts are my weakness, same. Ooh, guys, guess where I'm going today? Speaking of which, crumble cookies. Which, okay, I get it. Like, they're kind of overhyped. They're not the greatest, but they're so, I've seen them. I've been seeing on my TikTok, obviously, for months and months and months, and I haven't gotten them since, like, last summer. I've only gotten them once. No, may have gotten them twice before. Once here and then once in Hawaii. I'm just excited, okay? So we're doing that today, which I'm excited for. The cookies and cream one this week is really good. Okay, noted. Honestly, because I'm most excited for that one, but on all like the reviews I've seen on TikTok, I've seen so many mixed reviews. People are like, this is so good, and some people are like, this is not good, it doesn't taste like anything. So I shall be the judge today. Girl, I had to quit crumble. I gained 7 pounds as soon as I cut them out. And as soon as I cut them out again, I lost it all without trying. I just have no self-control. They need to make mini versions of the cookies. Yeah, honestly, there's no need for the cookies to be that big, first of all, okay? And maybe then they want to be $20 for a whole thing of cookie, $20 for a whole box of cookies also as well. Key lime pie was the best crumble cookie ever. I didn't try that one, so I'm in such a weird mood. It's the matcha. It does it to me. I'm not a key lime pie person. I didn't try it, but to me, I'm like, that does not sound good. But I get it if you like key lime pie. It would be good. Okay. I'm going to do a quick debriefing. I just got apple juice on my screen. That was really cute. The waffle cookie had me questioning all reality. Hot take, that cookie was kind of only good because of the syrup. It's kind of true. This light thing is bothering me. I feel like, wait, you guys, I like the out-of-date mom showing up to like her kid's sporting event with the iPad. Like, that's me trying to go live on a freaking large-ass laptop. Like, why? I can't. To me, it's like, this is YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick debriefing of all my retreats, of the differences. I'm going to try to keep this concise so I don't bore everyone. But I want to just make sure we're all up to speed because I'm telling you, like, so many people seem so confused when I launched the Spain retreat. Did I really need an ad right now? Come on. Wait. Please hold.
Let's go.
Don't give me another one. Ugh.
Want to meet with a TurboTax expert who will do your taxes for you? You're free to do.
Okay, so firstly we have the Costa Rica retreats. Both of those are happening this June. There's 2 separate waves. Okay, it's the same exact retreat. We're just hosting 2 different waves because of the demand for the first one that sold out so quickly. So that's happening June 9th is when the first retreat starts. The second one, I always mess up the dates. I think it's June 18th, but they're all linked in the description if you want to go check out the trip pages. And there's only a month left to get tickets for those retreats. So if you're interested in that, like, again, the clock is kind of ticking just because we're getting closer to actually commit to a ticket. But so that retreat, there's kind of 2 different lanes that I want to explain this as for my retreats. I have kind of more so we're traveling together, and then more like introductory workshops that I'm hosting. And that's when I work with the company Trova Trip. So it's more so kind of we're traveling together. They're more fun. They're a little bit more lighthearted. But in the process, we're getting to meet each other, meet like-minded individuals, and then I'm hosting workshops kind of on more so in an introductory scale. while we're traveling. And then I'm working with a different company to help me plan. They're called Dharma. And this retreat is when I'm going to plan my USA retreats. And this one is more so, I want to say a more intensive type of retreat where it's a shorter amount of time, right? Those other ones with Trova Trip are a week long. My USA retreats, the ones with Dharma, those are going to be shorter. They're going to be more intensive, where they're more so have a very thorough retreat feel where we're going to be concentrating even more on like group workouts, group workshops with like meditation, affirmations, journaling. There's kind of going to be an everyday thing that we're doing, including fun activities as well, but more of the focus is on the retreat aspect of me running you guys through workshops, workouts, that sort of thing, where it's more of an intensive experience. So that's kind of my one category. And then the other categories with Trova Trip, where we're kind of just traveling around, and not every day is going to be having like a super intensive workshop. That's not necessarily going to be the focus. The focus is more so bonding, having fun, traveling, exploring, adventuring, action based. And then I'm supplementing that with retreat components, if that makes sense. So if you're someone who wants something more lighthearted, who like isn't super into kind of the more serious parts of my brand of like personal development and all that sort of stuff, and you just kind of want to have fun and be more a part of that lighthearted spirit, while, you know, still working towards bettering yourself and grounding yourself and connecting to yourself, then these Trova trips are going to be more so for you. Those retreats where we're going to Costa Rica and the islands off of Spain. Whereas if you want something more so, you're not really a big traveler, you're not trying to get outside of your comfort zone and like freaking leave country borders, which I totally understand, and you're looking more so for guidance, for personal development and within your spirituality and within your fitness, and you want to really learn some things, then I'd recommend my USA retreats more so, and those shorter intensive retreats with Dharma. So I hope that makes sense. But so they are very different, even though I'm calling them all my retreats because they are retreats. They just are going to be a little bit of a different experience with a little bit slightly different intention, if that makes sense. So the tickets that are live right now are the ones for Costa Rica. They're both a week long. I'm so excited for it because we're going to be hiking. We're going to volcanoes. We're going to hot springs. We're going to waterfalls. We're going to be snorkeling, kayaking, going to an organic farm. So a lot of traveling. We're like moving around the country. And then I'm hosting workshops about meditation, one about journaling, and then one about, we're going to be doing like a group workout. So again, there's a month left to buy tickets for that retreat. And right now there's seats for both waves, for the first week of it and the second week of it. Excuse me. And then the one after that, the next one is going to be the USA retreat. That's going to be happening in early August, like the second week of August. I intentionally was really trying to plan that at that time frame because of previous live, a lot of you guys were like, make it in August so college kids can still come, which made so much sense. So that one's going to be early-ish, like August 10th to the 14th, around there. That's going to be here in Utah. And those tickets are not live yet because we're still in the planning phases, and that's only going to have about like 14 seats for that trip. So that's going to be a much more intimate setting. And then my last one for the year is in September, which is going to be on the islands off of Spain. So this is my most recent one that I recently launched. And we're going to like Ibiza, Palma de Mallorca, and Formentera. This one is going to be less action like my Costa Rica one is. It's going to be more so like beachy. We're going to be adventuring on the beach, doing day trips, island hopping, walking through European towns, you know, having cooking classes, that sort of thing. So that's going to be a little bit more slower paced European island life. If you want to experience that, that's a great option for you as well. Again, happening for 1 week this September, and still hosting same workshop structure of one workshop about meditation, one about journaling, and then one group workout as well. So tickets for the Spain retreat and the Costa Rica retreat are all in the description box here if you're looking to go. And I'll let you guys know when the USA one is live. I just really wanted to clarify that because the people were confused. So if you have any questions, you can DM me, you can comment anywhere. But I'm just like really excited for these, and the more that you guys are like down is how I can keep doing these things. So when people keep saying like, I hope you do some in the future, I'm so down to keep doing them in the future. Just the demand still needs to be there for it to make sense is all. But yeah, I know you've got a lot of coming up planning the retreats, but I'm curious if you're still doing coaching calls. I've been wanting to book one because I have so much I want to ask / chat with you about. Yes, I also have my coaching calls still available. Those never went away, so those are all. That should also still be linked in this description box below as well. But it's linked in the description of every single YouTube video. I have 30-minute and 60-minute options as well. And yeah, I would love to chat. I love the coaching calls because it's so surreal, like being able to talk to you guys and meet with you. So yeah, it's totally still available if you're interested. It's taking me 35 minutes to eat this bowl of fruit.
Designed by experts and shaped by science. Zone by zone. Minute by minute.
How did I get here? I'm changing. So excited for this Costa Rica trip. Me too, Chloe. It's gonna be the time of our lives. I've just been watching Costa Rica videos all the time. I'm trying to research. Hey Jordan, just had to pop in and say hi. Currently eating lunch in the middle of learning how to snowboard. Please, I need some elaboration on that. What do you mean? Are you like in a ski lodge right now? Why did you choose Costa Rica and Spain for your retreats? Because I've been wanting to go to Costa Rica for years and years and years. Like I was gonna go. Kind of like that was a trip that I wanted to go on regardless at some point in my life, and I loved like all the things to do there in the itinerary, and I just felt like it's exactly the way I like to travel. So that's like the environment that I'd want to like put you guys in, obviously. So I loved all the action that you can like do in Costa Rica, and I just love like the lush jungle atmosphere of Costa Rica. I don't know, I've always been fascinated with Costa Rica like since high school, so I thought that would be a really cool trip. And I thought that it just seems like such restorative, rejuvenated vibes to me. So I was like, this would be so perfect for a retreat. And then Spain, I chose that because, again, really loved the itinerary of being able to go to all the islands. And I've been like loving island life, like from going to Tahiti and being in Hawaii. And so I just wanted to bring that experience to you guys and like make that available for you guys to be able to experience as well. My biggest thing is like, I try to do things that I would want to consume myself. So I kind of do it that way. And also it's like, I want to present something that I'm passionate about. So if like, why would I, choose a place that I'm not like stoked on? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. So I want like my whole intention with these retreats is to create a really prosperous, rejuvenated environment. And so I'm going to choose locations that I feel like have that. So Spain, I thought having the island experience would be really cool and really rejuvenate. And that's not even a word, really rejuvenating. I don't know. And I loved that you could just island hop, and it's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. And I studied abroad in Spain, and so I really love the country. I think the people are amazing. And so I just wanted to open up that opportunity to you guys as well to experience. Same, I've watched zip lining and waterfall rappelling videos to know what we've gotten ourselves into. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little bit nervous for the zip line because when I was like booking out, like I was like, yeah, like send it, blah, blah, like, and then now and I'm like, I'm going to have to go zip line. Like I'm kind of a little bit afraid of heights. Not really heights. I don't really like roller coasters. I don't like the feeling of my stomach dropping. So I don't know like how intense it's going to be, but like we got to full send it. Are you planning to vlog during the retreats? I look forward to seeing bits on YouTube. Yes, I'm so excited to like, I wish that I'm not going to include people in the video that don't want to be in it. I'm going to like shove a camera in your face, but I definitely am planning on getting a lot of content. I want to vlog all of it, honestly, for freaking keepsake and memory's sake, for all of us. And yeah, I'm also kind of looking into potentially getting a photographer. Like, I feel like that just makes sense, to make sure that we're like, I just want to document it and have like home video, Man, what is your current weight? What? Excuse you? No, I'm kidding. I don't get offended by that, but it's just so direct. I currently weigh 130 pounds, depending on the day, 130 to 132. LOL, yes, at a ski lodge. Where are you? About to head back out to do another round, but wanted to pop in. All right, thanks, Jordan. I appreciate the dedication. I hope you had a really good lunch. That always fuels up for getting back out there. Because I feel like when I have lunch, I never want to get back out skiing. But all the power to you. You got it. I've gone ziplining a few times. It's not scary, honestly. Super cool. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping, that it would be more so just kind of like we're cruising in the jungle and I'm sightseeing from above, you know? Those videos make it look high up, way above the trees. I'll definitely be overcoming some fears. Okay, you and me both, Chloe. Look, we'll be like this before, you know what I'm saying? Again, as long as it's not like I don't feel like I guess I have a fear of us like just freaking booking it like through the woods on the zip line, like getting hit in the face with like trees and like hoping that I always have, this is what it is actually. I kind of have a little fear of zip lining, of like stopping at the end of the cable and then it like making you like swing and then like smacking into a tree, which I don't know if that's completely irrational, but like that's sometimes what I visualize. But I don't think it would be like that on like a commercial activity, so not gonna sweat it. But Doug, who is this? Are you a subscriber? I doubt it. I'm 5 foot. I'm just under 5'7", so 5'6" in like 3/4. To be precise, okay. But I recently went to the doctors. I'm not put off. I'm from Texas. Hello, hello. I just met someone from Texas. Oh, I have another story I want to tell you guys. Kudos to y'all who's board/ski. My boyfriend is a lift up. Dude, lifties are kind of iconic. I said it to my boyfriend the other day. I was like, not the other day, like last week. And I was like, why are lifties kind of iconic? Like they just vibe. He's working in Vail, Colorado right now. Super cool place. And has tried to get me into it, but I just don't think it's my calling. I get it. I kind of feel like it's one of those things, if you don't start when you're really little, it's kind of hard to like fully get into it. I'm going to be honest. I just have done it for so long. I still don't love it. That's for sure. But it's like just something to do in the winter. And I just feel like if I didn't grow up doing it, I probably would have never start doing it. So I'm very thankful that I'm like, that my dad like brought me up in that space. But let me tell you guys this story because it's just like my embarrassment. And I kind of need to vent about it a little bit. Basically, first thing, if you guys ever see me in public, please come up and say hi to me. Like, I love meeting you guys. It's so rewarding. And like the inside, every time I like internally forgot of like, oh my gosh, that was so cool. But on the outside, it doesn't always show that way because I like kind of almost don't know how to act because it's still kind of new to me. But again, I would still prefer you guys to like come say hi to me and come say something rather than like me feeling like I was watched and like not knowing that they knew who I was. Because it's just a weird feeling. It's just like a weird time of life that we live in. And that's very much so happened to me where I'll get a message afterwards like, hey, I saw you in Walmart and I didn't say hi, blah, blah, like that. I almost feel weirder because I'm like, were they like watching me and I didn't know? Like that to me seems weird. So I'd prefer for you to come say something. But so let me tell you this story. So I'm at my gym. This was only like 2 days ago. And I just was also so caught off guard is the other thing. Like sometimes I'm just like not expecting it. And like obviously I'm a normal human. So like some days I'm like, I'm just in like a quiet mood or whatever. Like I'm just not like ready to like socialize, I guess, if you will. Leaving the gym and I was just kind of in more of like a quiet, mellower mood. It was like, you know, evening at that time. I was like about to go home and just eat and like chill out. And this girl was behind the front desk at the gym that I go to. And so she was like, hi. She's like, are you on? She's like, do you have TikTok? Blah, blah. She's like, I think I've seen you on my For You page. And I was like, yes, blah, blah, blah. And I just like didn't really know how to, I don't know why. I was just like so not expecting it because I was like talking to my boyfriend at the time. And then she like said something. And so I like turned around and I just was so caught off guard. And I just felt like I handled it so awkwardly. And I just get so bummed when that happens because I'm like, come on. But I just feel like there's a lot of pressure that rides on that one like few minute interaction, I guess. And I feel like I also feel weird sometimes when it's just like, hi, I watch your videos and like period, that's it. Sometimes I like don't know what else to say, as opposed to if they're like, oh, I watched this and I liked this and this helps me from this or XYZ. When it's just like, hey, I watch your videos, I just am like, oh, cool. Like I just don't really know what to say. And so then we were kind of went back and forth, and then I go, oh, and I was like, so do you work here? Which was like the stupidest question I could have asked, because she was clearly behind the freaking front desk, but it was like her and another girl. And so sometimes I'm like, you don't always know. And they were like eating, so I was like, maybe she's just like coming to hang with her friend, like on the front desk, and they were like a little bit younger, so I didn't think that was like that far off for me to say. But after I said it, I was like, why would I ask that? But then I bounced back quick, and I was like, what's your name, blah blah blah. But anyways, moral of the story, I'm just trying to say that if you see me in public, please definitely come say something to me, because I love to meet you guys, but also like disclaimer if I'm like a little weird. I'm trying to work on it, just because it's like an interesting dynamic, you know what I mean? I'm like, I also feel exposed because I'm so like odd and weird and just like myself in these videos, which is like isn't what a stranger would know like right off the bat from like seeing you in public. So sometimes it's just like an interesting dynamic, I guess, where I'm like, oh, I feel exposed, like how do I, like, I don't know, I think too far into it, but that's my disclaimer. But then the next day I saw someone and I handled it so much better. So sometimes it's just like the awkward interactions, you know, sometimes you can't help it. Hello from Ventura, California. Hello. Thanks for joining, Hugo. You're so awesome all around. You helped my depression go away for a while. Thank you. You're such an inspiration and very hilarious. Thank you so much, Crystal. That was so heartwarming. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. That was really sweet. Thank you for saying that. Of all my stories that I had to say. I'm finally going to get an eye exam today because I don't know the last time I did that. You guys, also, my contacts have literally been splitting in my eyeball. Like, or that's because I didn't think it mattered that much what contacts you get, okay, like what brand. So I just kind of went on 1-800-CONTACTS and I just was like, I'm going to order something, because it always happens where I'm like, have literally like 1 to 2 contacts left, and I'm like on a countdown of like, I need contacts ASAP or else I'm going to be in the gym with glasses on, and so I'll just order some. So that's what I did on 1-800-CONTACTS. I just like ordered a random brand, so I thought it was going to be fine, and they're splitting in my eyeball, which is scaring me, because I'm like, did I get it, or like are there remnants of contacts just like in my eyeballs? I don't know. So just yesterday, I recently changed my contacts. They're like weekly contacts, and I only had them for a few days, and like I took them out and it split when I took it out. And another time where it actually split like while it was currently in my eyeball, and it was the worst pain ever. So I'm like, anyway, so I'm finally going to get like an actual exam, because I think I need a higher prescription, unfortunately. And I need more contacts because I'm like down to my rations right now, which I still vividly remember the first day I got glasses and I walked outside and I was like, oh my God, you're supposed to see all of the trees and petals everywhere. Like I was like, everything's in HD. I remember telling my mom that. My boyfriend just left for Vail on Monday. We lived together for 4 years and we'll be apart for 6 weeks. Oh, wow. It's nice to get to chat and have this community for a bit since I'm home alone for a while. Oh, Megan. Dude, I feel like that has to be hard. Like 4 years is a long time and living together. 6 weeks should go by fast though. But I'm happy to be here that we're all here to offer you some comfort. I don't even live near Utah, LOL, but it would be so cool if you hosted like a casual group workout or something in that sense in a random park in the summer in Utah. That's the thing. I don't think at least, like I don't have a very vocal, I should say, a vocal community where I live. Like I have no idea if I have a lot of like people in my community that lives in my town. I kind of don't think so, but like I guess I should try. Because I have thought about that, but I don't know how many people even near where I live so that they could even come. See, I'm not in Utah, but I'd say hi if I saw you. Yay. I'm glad. Super late, but happy Saturday to everyone. Hello, Kate. Thanks for coming, gal. I rock the taped up glasses in the gym every day. No shame. Don't they get in your... I feel like I would get so irritated. Like, that's what I meant by that. Like, I don't... I only usually wear my glasses inside. Like, I don't wear them out during the day because they just get in my way. Like, and I don't like, I feel like there's like glares. There's no, like, you're telling me you could do RDL with glasses on? How? Though, like, mine would be here. Also, because my glasses are kind of big for my face. Mine would be down here, dog, if I was trying to do an RDL with glasses on. Hey, Jordan. Nancy, do you read a book right now? Yes, I'm still reading The Wisdom. Why did The Age? No clue where that came from. The Wisdom of Insecurity by Alan Watts. And I love Alan Watts. He's a philosopher. I love the way he words things. I love the book so far. His analogies are genius. They're like so simplistic, but so beautiful, but so profound. I'm kind of almost done. I probably have like a quarter of it left. I was almost going to read today and I didn't this morning. But I meditated instead. But it's such a good book. I like it. The Wisdom of Insecurity by Alan Watts. I also read the book by Alan Watts. I really like that as well. I just love, like, he has such simplistic analogies for things that are so profound at the same time that I loved it. I'm not kidding. I'd fly from Ohio to Utah if you did that for one afternoon. No, yeah, I could do like a... Well, that's kind of why I'm planning these retreats, to be honest. My hat over the ear headphones combo keeps them in place. Over the ear headphones would make sense. All right, I'll get that to you, Megan. I don't have over the ear headphones though. Why have I been thinking about getting the Air Max Pro? Isn't that what it's called? No. What are the Apple over ear headphones? Are Air Maxes? Those are sneakers. What are the headphones called by Apple that are over ears? I have astigmatism, so I wear RGP, rigid gas permeable, or hard contacts. I cannot do soft contacts, also hard contacts last practically forever. Can you I don't understand the concept of hard contacts, never have. It's like hurt my brain. Like, what do you mean a hard contact? Like, no, I don't get it. I don't understand what a hard contact is. Have you learned anything new about yourself since being in a relationship? Also, if it's something you want to keep private, please disregard. Thank you for asking politely, Allie. No, I'm totally okay. I thought about this before because I feel like I've been so, like, I'm keeping my relationship private. But I'm totally open to speaking about, I just want to, like, respect his privacy. Not that he's, like, ever said, like, he's okay with everything, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I always feel weird putting someone else like on blast online, I guess, if you will, because I'm like, I chose to do this, not them. A, B. You guys know, like, I don't really film my private. Like, I'll film my family sometimes, but I'm never like vlogging with friends, and so that's like kind of how I feel with him. Like, I document so much of my life via my platforms, like even my personal, like stuff that's really personal to me, like my meditations, my cards, my journaling, like that's like really personal self practices that I like open up to you guys and share. And so it's like the one part of me in my life that I keep private are my friendships and relationships, and I like that. And that's like the one time where I don't feel like I should be working, because even when I'm doing like, you know, fun personal things, like I'm like, oh, I should be documenting this, I could be vlogging this, like this is content, like this would be fun, blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't feel that that's like kind of my one thing that's like that one aspect of my life that I don't need to think about that. Not that content is, I'm never really forcing it, because I genuinely enjoy the process, just like a photographer likes to take photos. But sometimes it's nice to have almost like a safe place of like not needing to put that to the public. So that's kind of what I meant in that regard of why I want to keep it private. I just don't really want to feel like I need a vlog with my friends and with my boyfriend all the time. Like, and I know it's kind of different, but and I also don't really enjoy the process of vlogging when other people are around. Like, I think that's very clear, and I tried so long to try to fight that, but it's just not me. Like, I feel more comfortable and I have way more fun when I'm vlogging alone, because it's also like I can focus on talking to you guys. Like, I just feel so weird when I'm like talking to someone else, but then I'm like trying to be talking to you guys. It just doesn't flow the same, and it's just, this all started for me just by myself talking with you guys. And so that's just when it feels so organic and authentic and like wholesome. And so I like to keep it like that, I guess, if you will. Anyways, that was such a rant. But have I learned anything new about myself in a relationship? I should really reflect on this, because there's been so much newness, you guys, like in so many ways. Again, I've definitely been in relationships before, but this is kind of my first relationship since I've like really hyper gone into like spirituality and like my personal development, not really my personal development journey, but like my self-discovery journey, honestly. So it's just been interesting. Have I learned anything new about myself? As of now, nothing's coming to mind, to be fully honest. There's some things that I'm struggling with to navigate, but I don't think there hasn't been something where I'm like, oh wow, I didn't really realize I did that. I guess one thing that's coming to mind, which I openly talked to him about this because I was like, does this sound like I'm like complaining a lot? But I've gone through this, I'm going to go on a mini rant. I've gone through this through my like spiritual, situation. I don't even like my self-discovery kind of journey, my self-exploration. There was a time where I was super like, your thoughts and words are everything. So like you have to be very positive all the time. And I feel like that was when I did a whole podcast episode on toxic positivity where kind of no matter what, I felt like you should be saying positive things. And not to say that doesn't have its place, but it kind of almost got to the toxic point where even if I was uncomfortable, not necessarily uncomfortable, but like unhappy or like didn't like something, that I should still say that I'd like it or kind of something like that. And I feel like the deeper I even got into this, I was like, no, but you don't need to do that. That's not living honestly. That's not living in truth. And that's not living in accordance to like your boundaries and your actual needs, I guess, if you will. And so now I've learned as I've gotten even deeper that it's not necessarily a bad thing to say when you don't like something. But the difference is not marinating in that and basking in that and then complaining about it and then like being in a negative space because of that. Like it's very different of saying, oh, I really did see like this is exactly why I didn't want to come to this restaurant because the food sucks and blah blah blah. And now I'm just like sitting there pissed. That's very different than saying, see, this is like I definitely would have preferred an American style restaurant because I wanted a burger today. But I'm not gonna like sit here and complain because this is my present reality and I'm going to not ruin the moment and I'm going to accept the present moment for what it is. That's very different of acknowledging what, you're disliking about your present moment. You can still acknowledge that, but without ruining and polluting the present moment. And you can still find enjoyment in that process of the present moment without needing to neglect your current needs / your current feelings towards a situation, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I feel like where I am now, and like having a person with me a lot more made me realize that, because when I was alone and I would say, oh, I don't like this about my present situation, it was more so me just recognizing that and acknowledging that and stating it from a neutral place. But then like my insides weren't disrupted. Like I wasn't uneasy. I wasn't agitated. I didn't have any tension within me. And being around someone else when I would say those things made me feel like, oh, is that something that comes across as me complaining? Because internally I'm not upset by it. I'm just declaring my honest opinion of what's happening, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense, but that was like the only thing that's like coming to mind. That also could be me thinking so far into things. But I just do think there's a difference between like just saying, oh, I'm supposed to say like, yeah, I like it here, it's fine, even if you don't like it here. Like you can say you don't like it, but that doesn't mean if you can't change it, that doesn't mean you're just going to sit there and complain and be a grouch and like have all this negative energy towards it. Like you could still be accepting of the present moment while acknowledging this isn't what you had wanted, but this is where you're at, so you're going to like chill with it and like vibe out anyways, is like kind of how I feel. I have to wear over-the-ear headphones. My ears don't work with the ones that are supposed to just stay in your ear. Mine always pop out. My sister Sophia does the same thing, has the same problem. Do you think there's ever a time when you should let go of a dream / goal and accept that it's not meant to be and the uni has other plans for you? Megan, the $1 million question, dog. The $1 million question. Do you think there's ever a time when you should let go of a dream / goal and accept that it's not meant to be and the uni has other plans for you? I just feel, this is how I guess, I've never really reflected on this, but what's coming to my head immediately is I think there's kind of a big difference. If you feel like, you're still so invested for some reason in this dream and you know that you still want it, I don't think that, but it's not coming to fruition, I don't think that means that you should give up on it, because I think you still have that dream for a reason and it's still in your heart for a reason. But if you're starting to feel like you know, it's kind of that you're not like enjoying the process anymore, slash you're not sure if you want it anymore, slash you're kind of having your attention be drawn to other things, like then I think it's time to let it go. But if you like truly still feel like you have something in your heart that you want to accomplish, I don't think it's ever time to like, oh, it's not meant to be. Because I think if you have the dream in your heart, you have it for a reason. Like it's not some coincidence. Like we all want different things inherently for a different reason. And so I kind of don't believe in that it's just not meant to be. Like if it's in your heart, it is meant to be, and it just might not be in your timeline. So I personally would say to, you know, maybe not be so focused on the timeline for it and try not to have it fit in some perfect box. Keep the energetic space open for it to come into fruition while still working on you and doing other things and still taking aligned action to have that dream come into fruition. But don't get so caught up like in this timeline, because you guys, I've been doing this for 5 years, 6 years now, and it still isn't where I want it to necessarily be, like my end vision for it. And I could easily have said so many times, and I did so many times, thought that it's just like not meant to be, maybe it's not for me, blah, blah, blah. Once you say it's not for you, then it's not for you. So if you want to throw in the towel, then okay. But you know, you need to believe in yourself for other people to believe in you. So it's like, this took me a long time. Like I could have said, you know, if it's not happening after 2 years, that's mean it's not meant to be. No, it's just, you know, if you want it, you need to stay in line, and eventually it's going to come into fruition if you just stay the course eventually. So that's kind of my opinion on it. Like sometimes it takes a long time, but that's what makes it worth it, in my opinion. I love your meditation / tarot content. It definitely inspires me to add time in the morning to connect with myself in the uni. Yay, Jordan, I'm glad. Sometimes I feel weird about sharing that stuff because I don't know how well people take it, just because of people with different religions and stuff. But yeah, I love my meditation and tarot time. I just did that this morning. Also, all of my cards are linked in my Amazon storefront, which are linked to my description box. I got questions on that in my most recent YouTube video. All of my cards and affirmation cards are all linked on my Amazon storefront. Rejection is redirection to an extent. Alyssa, totally 100%. That's why I think it's kind of like still stay in the flow and don't try to force things, like because maybe it's going to come into fruition in a different way, in a different version that you didn't expect, but it's what's better for you and your greater good. So I think that's a really good component that Alyssa said. Like I was trying to say, like that doesn't mean you force it. Still focus on other things, but like do what you can to stay in line and take aligned action towards the life that you want to be living, but don't be so dead focused on the timeline and how it's going to happen, and like be open to it kind of shifting. Maybe that's detachment, letting go of anxiety. Yeah, detachment is such a powerful thing. I think detachment is a really huge key to just anything, honestly, like any healthy relationships and any healthy relationship with manifestation as well. Like detachment is so important because that's where you allow things to flow and actually like to come into its natural, allow it to actually come into fruition, like in its own natural essence. When I feel like when you are attached, that's all ego, that's all control, and it doesn't allow it to ever kind of manifest and come into fruition because you're constantly like suppressing it and micromanaging it and like helicopter momming it, essentially. So detachment, I feel like, is where all your dreams come true, honestly. I've been trying to get into a certain college program and have been rejected 3 times. When I try to manifest it, I visualize it so strongly and can feel it in my future, but I still have doubts. I've been trying to get into a certain college program and have been rejected 3 times when I try to manifest it. So in that sort of situation, like have you applied to other college programs? Maybe within that college or with other colleges, like, because that to me is when I believe so much in what's meant to be is going to be. I thought you meant more so like a career or something like that, but like this could be taken so many ways. Like, again, I'm not telling you to give up on this at all, but just like kind of a devil's advocate, such a different perspective. Like, don't be so closed off. That's what I was trying to say, of like keeping other avenues open towards other avenues, because it's like you never know. Because it's like, for example, for me, I really didn't want to go to Penn State, but I ended up going to Penn State. But like that's how I found fitness, and what made me turn to Livfiit so much. That's why I have such an intimate, close relationship with fitness, which allowed me to be so passionate about this and helping other people. Now it's my job. Or it's like some people go to a different program and maybe you're going to meet someone that completely transformed your life or helped you in another way. So it's like with that sort of stuff, I really don't try to stress it because I know I'm going to be in the right place at the right time, / it's all happening in a divine way and in a divine flow. So you have to trust your life path of knowing you know, it's gonna benefit your greater good. It's all for a reason in some capacity, even if it's not what you feel like you want right now in the present moment. You know? Sorry, sometimes my eyelid itches. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna answer these last few things and then get my day started. I love the spirituality aspect of your videos too. Thank you. I'm glad. I love hearing that. Because of the constant rejection. Oh, that was to your other thing. Sorry, I just saw that. It took me almost 8 years to finally reach my dream. Don't give up. That desire to do what I've always wanted to do never left me in that time. Yeah. Don't give up. That desire to do what I've wanted to do never left me in that time. I love that. See, like, I just think you gotta get rid of the timeline. And I saw a video also on TikTok about my hair is everywhere. I saw a TikTok about how like measurement in any regard like is such a source of our unhappiness, where it's this, like, I've gotten rejected 3 times, or I've been doing this for 5 years and it still doesn't happen. It's like we got to get rid of the man-made constructed timeline and just like allow things to flow, because I feel like it's so discouraging when it doesn't necessarily mean much. You know what I mean? I've heard this statement recently and I love it. Success isn't always linear. Success isn't always linear. So the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs are all part of the journey. Yes, it's so true. My dad always says success is a journey, not a destination, and it's so true. Hi, Valeska. Specifically, it's the Disney College program. I want to work / live at Walt Disney World. Whoa, that's so cool. And get into the area of Disney content creation via the Disney College program. Okay, that's cool. So there's only one avenue for that. I'm like, just apply to a different college. All right. I just still fully believe that like what you're meant to be doing, you just gotta trust the flow. So like, just like with that lady, the other girl said, rejection is redirection. Like, again, I'm not saying to give up. I would honestly keep working at it, but don't close yourself off, because also it might just not be the right time for you. Like, maybe you're meant to have other experiences first before you do that. Like, you just don't ever know, and no one knows what the right answer is, but you just gotta trust the divine flow. Like, it's all happening for a reason. Like, nothing is ever a mistake. You're not gonna get into the Disney program if you're absolutely meant to be in the Disney program right now. Like, I truly don't believe that to my bones. And so many people could think that I'm crazy, but like, I just believe if you were truly to be in the Disney College program right now at this time of your life in 2023, you would get accepted. That's not to say that you're not worthy. That's not to say you're not enough. That's not to say that you're not smart enough or qualified enough. It just might be that it's not for you right now in your life path, and that's totally okay. Like, I just believe it's going to find you when the time is right. I love your vlogs that include a little bit of everything. Food, fitness, spirituality, fun times. Keep it up. I love your content. Thank you, Olivia. That's fun to hear. Hi, Megan. Thanks for your constant upload. Something I always look forward to. Always inspired by you to train hard and train smart. Big love from Singapore. Thank you. That was so sweet. You guys are making me blush today. That was so cute. Thank you guys so much. That you guys have no idea how much it helps keep me going, especially right now, because my mind's been all over the place, and that just means so much to me. So thank you. Lifting my spirits. All right, guys. This was a lovely 1-hour session, and it's 11. Look at this when I grab my phone. It's 11:11. What were we just talking about the uni? This is a sign to everyone, Megan. This is a sign to you that it's all going to work out and that it's all going to be okay. Like, it's all in the divine flow. Oh, I thought the numbers just said 3332. Okay, anyways. Oh, Valeska, she comes in at the final hour. How was meeting Jay? My 15-year-old me was screaming, so happy for you. Don't make me get into this right now, but I can't not talk about it because it was the highlight of my life. My time is 1:11. See, Jordan? Megan, are you hearing this? Chinny chin chin. Yes, I'm a new subscriber and I love watching in the mornings. Yay, thank you. That makes me so happy. Meeting Jay Alvarez was a highlight of my life. And I also didn't include this in a YouTube video yet, but I also met Christian Guzman and Heidi Summers. Which Christian Guzman, I don't know if it's Guzman. I always say Guzman. It's probably Guzman. He's the owner of Livfiit. So this all happened within a matter of 8 days. I met Jay Alvarez, Christian Guzman, and Heidi Summers. I was like, I don't know what frequency I'm operating at, but it was insane. I could do a whole, I should have done a live just centered around this, but meeting Jay Alvarez was a highlight, a life highlight. 15-year-old me was in fact screaming. I was shaking. I've never fangirled in my entire life, and I was indeed fangirling right there. I think also because I was so caught off guard, like it was a surprise. Like I looked to my left and I saw his palm tree tattoo on his forearm, and I said that was Jay Alvarez. So I looked forward, and I was freaking out. I did the whole story time on the podcast, but it was a whole highlight, a life highlight, and I wish that I was a little bit pushier of being like, let's exchange numbers, because he was coming here where I live to skate, and we were flying here. So it was the same flight from LA to Utah, and so I think that's why I was so much ballsier when it came to going up to Christian Guzman, because I was like, I'm not living with regrets anymore. But yeah, Jay Alvarez was such a beautiful human. That was the thing with meeting all these people. I was like, wow, you guys actually are just as radiant in real life. Weird. You guys are actually just as perfect in real life. That was crazy. But yeah, I talked to Jay and I talked for literally like 15 minutes. And I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I was shaking. I was freaking out. So yeah. Talk about like divine. That was being at the right place at the right time. Like, I just can't believe that we were even in somewhat of energetic alignment to like have cross paths that day. It was insane. And he was right behind, like the fact that he sat, and it was a small ass gate. Like, and it's not like we were flying from like Hawaii to LA together. Like, it was LA to Utah. Salt Lake City was like literally a gate in the crack of the airport. It was so small. And he sat literally right behind me because of the seats were back to back. Like, dude, I just think of those things of like where everyone could be in the world, like the amount of divine timing and precise placement that needed to happen to get me and Jay Alvarez side by side when that man travels everywhere. He's like everywhere but nowhere at the same time. And I literally just like turned around and went, hi, I'm Olivia. Like, it was so insane. And this is true and true. What finally got me to turn around to say hi to him was my last thought was you guys. I swear on my life. I was like, if someone who watched me, like, I would want them to come up to me, and I thought about you guys, like, coming up to say hi to me and how much it makes me happy to be able to talk to you guys. And that was the last thing I thought of. Turned around, and I said, fuck you. And I said, hi, excuse me. Hey. And, yeah. And then he complimented my rings, and I almost melted, and he was touching on my hands, and he said he liked my rings and my nail polish, and I was like, and at that point I was like shaking, and I was like trying to keep moving my hands so he wouldn't really tell when I was like giving him a ring tour. I just couldn't handle it. Anyway, so that was the biggest life lesson for me, to just freaking seize the opportunities and remember who the fuck you are, because I wish I was almost even more, I felt like I held my own well in the moment, internally freaking out, but I still wish that I was a little bit more risky in the sense of being like, hey, let's exchange numbers. I can help show you around in Utah or XYZ, or do you want to be my podcast? That might have been a little bit forward, but yeah, just remembering your own worth. Because in the moment, I definitely was kind of degrading myself in the sense of like, whoa, this is such an icon. Like, he's blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't live up to this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not about that. You know what I mean? You can still respect someone's work while remembering your own worth. So that was more of that story. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I'll see you next week. No, not next week. When should we do another one? Potentially April 1st. And it won't be April Fool's. I mean, it won't be an April Fool's Day joke, but it'll be on April Fool's. I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already, because that's where you get the most timely updates. I'm always on my Instagram story. Go follow me on Instagram if you don't already, so you can stay up to date when my next live is. It's just at Livfiit. Also, drop a thumbs up if you haven't already to this live stream. Just helps to boost. Again, any engagement is great engagement. So I love you guys so much. Have a good weekend, Saturday, and I'll talk to y'all soon.